Hello, I have the May 30th, 2022 People magazine today with Rebel Wilson on the cover. It was time to change is her quote. And she looks different than the last time I saw her. And this article says how the star faced her emotional eating, got healthy, and now hopes to become a mom. Her quest for a child, to conceive a child, has been the reason for her dramatic weight loss. And we will see the pictures as we leaf through the magazine. And they have some JoJo and Jordan wedding photos. What else? They have a piece about the Buffalo supermarket shooting. I have a little bunny rabbit here today with some Vinca in it. And he is a little reminder to me about, we have a whole little crop of bunnies in my garden. They're the cutest little things in the world, but they were born hungry. First thing we see is a Xolair ad. It says Xolair helps interrupt the cycle of itch and hives. It's a long ad. Now we have chatter, and all of these little quotes came from various public people giving commencement addresses, I think mostly at colleges. But the first one we see is Billie Jean King, and look at several of the students are holding tennis rackets, and she was speaking at Springfield College. Her quote is, "Don't let others define you, because believe me, they will try, but don't you dare let them define you. You define yourself and your life." And then we have our Vice President, Kamala Harris, and she was speaking at Tennessee State University, and she says, "There are future members of your wedding party in this class. Someone sitting near you will ask you to be godparent to their child." And she's speaking to the fact that, a lot of the people you graduate with become lifelong friends if you're lucky. And now we have Maria Shriver, and she says, "Fear is indeed a deadly virus for which there is no vaccine. By embracing that which terrifies you, you will discover the things that make you feel most alive." And she was speaking at the University of Michigan. In the middle, we have Tyler Perry, who is speaking at Emory University, and he says, "I'm 52 years old, and I'm still meeting professors. And what that means is anyone who comes into your life, anyone who comes to teach you something, to bring value, those people count as professors." And over here, we have, I got to bring it up because I don't know, Abby Wambach at Loyola Marymount. "When you are the one at the table with the least privilege, speak up," is a quote. And here we have Henry Winkler, otherwise known as Fonzie. And where was he speaking? The New England Institute of Technology. And he says, "This brain," meaning his, "didn't get geometry. And not only is it okay, I never used it. No one ever said, hey, an isosceles triangle is going to help you with this part." Well, it worked out for him. And we're happy for that. Now, the 5 things we're talking about, we always start with number 5. Well, it says Lionel, is it Messi? Is it Lionel Messi? I don't know. My husband would know. He is a soccer player, and he is the world's highest paid athlete from Argentina. $130 million in earnings has put him atop the Forbes 2022 list. And LeBron James and Cristiano Ronaldo are among those that are on that list as well, athletes. And here's Gwyneth Paltrow. She made a mock ad about diaper taxes. She's pretending to sell pricey diapers. And her brand, Goop, announced what does she call it? A 12-pack of diapers costing $120 called Diaper with a little accent mark over the E, made of virgin alpaca wool and fastened with gemstones. And this stunt was aimed to raise awareness about diaper taxes. And here's Harry Styles. Let's bring it on a little closer. He hangs with a baby. Oh. At one point, the shirtless singer raises the little one over his head, a la the Lion King. Isn't that cute? The second thing is Apple discontinues the iPad. It was first launched in 2001. And number one is Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton return to The Voice, and they look very happy. And it is season 22. Wow. Here we have, look at these beautiful Starbucks drinks. I would be buzzing around all day if I drank those. Caramel Ribbon Crunch Frappuccino, Mocha Cookie Crumble Frappuccino. And they have green straws. That looks decadent. We have our table of contents. All the things we'll see. We have a Plan B ad. When Plan A doesn't work out, there's Plan B. Here we have behind the scenes for their photo shoot with Rebel Wilson. What did they use? R Plus Co Outer Space Flexible Hairspray, if you want to get the look. And what is this? Armani Beauty Eye Tint, Liquid Shadow in Rose Ashes, and Lip Power Lipstick in number 102. Here's a little preview of her new little shape there, huh? Looking good. Lactate ad, real milk, real delicious. And here People has the royals. They always have some royal article. Royals at play. We see Kate here with a bunch of kiddos. I think they went to Scotland. Yes, they did. They joined in on a Roots of Empathy session in which young students learned about empathy while they observed an infant. Where was she? And she was this is at the Jubilee. Tom Cruise was a presenter. And there's Harry. What's he doing? He's on a horse. He's in California at the Santa Barbara Polo Club in that picture. Ooh, Stars Shine at the Billboard Music Awards, Las Vegas. Here's Doja Cat. 4 trophies. Wow, look at that beautiful smile. And we have up here Mary J. Blige and Janet Jackson. Look at that, those outfits. Mary J. Blige accepted the 2022 Icon Award from Janet Jackson, who was a past winner. And here we have Kylie Jenner and Stormy. They were there, looking beautiful. And here's Megan Fox. And look at this picture of these two. Striking. That hair. Machine Gun Kelly. And the two haven't confirmed a wedding, but I think they're engaged. I don't remember that one. They're definitely a thing. I think they make a nice couple. Oh, and speaking of cute couples, let's take a look at these guys here. Billy Lord and Austin Rydell, newlyweds. This is at the Louis Vuitton fashion show in San Diego. They look happy. Miley Cyrus and Max, how do you say his name? Morancio, maybe? And they are attending Chicago on Broadway. They play Chicago with Pam Anderson. This is Rumored Boyfriend. She looks beautiful in that dress. Down here we have Justin Long and Kate Bosworth in Garden City, in New York City. And Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. And she is at her launch of her show, Candy, that I get an ad for every time I go into Hulu. And maybe I'll watch it. It seems a little dark, and I'm not in the mood for dark these days. And here we have the Stranger Things cast celebrating their new season. And this is in Brooklyn. And this down here, it says wedding ready gowns. But they're not wedding gowns. They're just white gowns. They're at events. Like here's Sydney Sweeney, and this is Custom Tory Burch at the Met Gala. Zoe Kravitz, look at her figure. Boy, she's very thin. And Saint Laurent at a Vanity Fair Oscar party. Kaylee Coco and Zuhair Murad at an event for the John Ritter Foundation for Aortic Health. Anja Taylor-Joy in Dior at the premiere of The Northman, her movie. I watched her in the movie The Witch, which was made by the same gentleman that made The Northman. And I'm very impressed with her as an actress. It was very scary. Here's Hailey Bieber in Saint Laurent at the Grammys. And Miranda Kerr in Custom Oscar de la Renta. And this is also at the Met Gala. So, very pretty. And I guess some of them, well, you could wear whatever you wanted if you were the bride, right? You're the bride. You could wear any one of those. Here's our little Purina ad with our little doggy and our little kitty. Ooh. What do we have here? I wrote down how to say his name. Jason Momoa. Did I say it right? And Aiza Gonzalez? I don't know. Look at that face. He looks like, he looks very handsome, but they make a beautiful couple. So they're taking it slow, and it says he, quote, cares about Ms. Gonzalez here. They're having fun together. It's nothing serious yet. Well, we will be sure to see about that. Let's see. Their secret date night. On April 4th, Jason showed up at the LA premiere of the new thriller Ambulance, which he stars with Jake Gyllenhaal. He walked the red carpet solo, and Ms. Gonzalez kept her distance. But she was there. I mean, according to a source, it's no surprise that they hit it off. Jason is one of the most liked people in Hollywood. People really respect him, and he's a really good guy. And here they are. Oh, no, that's not him. That's his ex, Lisa Bonet, in 2020. This is the last time they were seen together. Down here we have Courtney and Travis tie the knot. I'm sure people have seen this. Her dress. That is a Dolce & Gabbana mini dress. Quite a contrast, black and white. Just married. And the photos they're giving us are black and white, too. What is this? Tespire, a new asthma medication. I've never heard of it. Tespire. Here's Idris Elba and his wife, Sabrina. Lessons we've learned about love. They have a podcast. what's it called? Coupledom. Dumb. D-O-M at the end, like a kingdom. We don't do the podcast to give advice. We do it to learn and speak about relationships. And this is Sabrina's quote. I think this picture was in a People magazine, him and his daughter, and they've been married for 3 years, so she is not the mother of that daughter. That daughter is from a previous relationship. So here we have what do we have? Married, engaged, new couple. Okay, let's start with Adele here. Rich Paul, going strong. They make a nice couple, I think. She looks happy. He's a sports agent. And this is on Instagram, May 11th. Married, Frankie Grande and Hale Leon. And the mother of Frankie, with his famous sister, Ariana, his mother, Joan, officiated their wedding. Engaged, well, Mark Anthony has found, look at this lady, Nadia Ferreira, the ring. 53, 23 or 25. Let's hope it lasts. And I think this is his third marriage. No, it's his fourth marriage. Got a glare there. His fourth, her first. Good luck. Brody Jenner and Tia Blanco. Look at all the food they have. I wonder what's in there. So they're spotted together. I don't know. When is this? Discovery plus Love in the Jungle. What's it about? I don't know. It says stream now. Barry's Anthony Kerrigan, acting in my alopecia journey. My husband wants to watch Barry, and we probably will one day. But I guess he's a bad guy, having fun being bad. And he calls his role on that show a, quote, dream job. Baby boom. Let's see I don't think that Kelly Osbourne is expecting. She hasn't had a baby yet. And she's having a child with Slipknot rocker. What's his name? Sid Wilson, a little bit older than her. This babe is in utero. When is this babe due? It doesn't say. He's not that much older than her. We have Michelle Williams. I think she had a baby. Yes, 41, and husband is 45. Her husband's a movie director. And she has, she has her daughter Matilda with Heath Ledger. That Matilda is 16 years old already. And she's expecting again with her husband. And she is, quote, joyous. And here we have Kelly Clarkson, the ever-present, beautiful, bubbly Kelly Clarkson. She's all over the place. And she's talking about being a mom. Look at her little kiddos. Look at those little cherubs. So cute. When you become a mom, it's a different perspective. It's a hard job, and you never see that as a kid. You don't. Well, most kids don't, because there's usually somebody trying to make it so that they're not seeing it. And here we have Naomi Judd remembered. Here are her daughters and her husband, Larry Strickland. So we have Ashley and Winona. And there was a whole People magazine. I've seen it. I didn't pick it up, though, because I can, but maybe I will one day. I don't know. I didn't do it on purpose, but we can do it. Oprah and Salma Hayek and Brad Paisley each gave some kind words. Oprah says her body is gone, but her sweet spirit and legacy remain as a heartprint for every life she touched. And Salma Hayek says, the first time I met Naomi, it felt like meeting Scarlett O'Hara. Isn't that sweet? She had so much talent in her blood and fire in her heart. And Brad Paisley says it was a big deal to open for the Judds when I was, does that say 13? Yes. But it's a bigger deal today to do this for her when they were paying their respects. So talented. And here we have Happy Birthday, Laverne Cox, Lenny Kravitz, and Idina Menzel. I didn't even know that Valerie Bertinelli was married again. I don't know why she wouldn't, but she's getting a divorce from her financial planner husband, and they were married for 10 years. She is 62. Okay, weddings. Mixed-ish star. Tika Sumpter married Nicholas James, an actor. Gossip Girl Jessica Zor. I don't know if I'm saying that right. She's married and announced her engagement to an NHL player, Brad Richardson. She announced it on Instagram. And one of my favorites, Chloe Sevigny, got married. I'll never say her this is his name, Cynthia Makovich, maybe. They have a child. They were married in Connecticut. I think her babe's 2 years old. And speaking of babies, Kyle Busch and wife Samantha have welcomed their second child, named Lennox, Lennix, joining brother Braxton here. Sarah Levy is expecting with her husband for her first child. In court, Mario Batali seen here. Boy, he's looking, I think he's lost weight and he's aging, let's just put it that way. He has been found not guilty of indecent assault and battery. And singer Halsey has revealed that they've been diagnosed with several debilitating health issues. And this is sad. Britney Spears and Sam, her fiance, have announced that she miscarried her baby. This guy here, do you recognize him? Fred Ward from The Right Stuff. He passed away at 79 on May 8th, and he had a very long career. He was in Tremors, True Detective. He was in a lot of things. He's got just one of those faces that you know you've seen him in a lot. And Bruce McFiddle, who was in Sex and the City and The Sopranos, died in New York City. And NBA Hall of Famer Bob Lanier. And here he is with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He died after following a short illness, it says. Oh, that was my top. I'm looking at this bunny. There's probably that baby bunny is probably outside chomping on my flowers right now. Okay, stories to make you smile. I didn't look at this before I sat down to do this. Let's see. Delayed flights lead to a wedding in the sky. I know that there have been a lot of delayed flights. So this couple here decided to make the best out of a bad situation and just got married on the plane. They were heading to Vegas. They're from Oklahoma City. And they were already dressed in the tux in the ground. Oh, isn't that sweet? And so they got delayed, and they got married on the plane. The flight crew strung up toilet paper streamers. I see them. And they dimmed the lights, and they played Here Comes the Bride for them. They look like a very happy couple. And what do we have down here? A fifth grader catches waves for a good cause. Here we have a little surfer. See New Jersey? Yeah. Brigantine, New Jersey. And this is Carter Dorley. And he loves to surf and he likes to help people in need. So he took to his board and pledged to surf 1,000 days in a row to raise money for area charities. You can never be too little to help. 1,000 days for charity. There's a Benadryl ad. Okay, so the movie. I just heard somebody talking about Top Gun Maverick on a podcast yesterday, and this person went and saw it and remarked about the amazing scenes, the stunt scenes, basically. And I'll be honest with you, my husband will want to watch it, and I will probably watch it with him, but, and it's on an IMAX, and I guess it's just quite something to behold with the way they made it. But Tom Cruise is looking good. I mean, let's just be honest here, And it is a blockbuster sequel. And here they have Val Kilmer's emotional return. And he's Maverick's only other original cast member. His one scene is also the film's most moving. Iceman, now an admiral, is ill and fading. No, he's 62. Reuniting with Cruise was, quote, heaven. Oh, Jennifer Connelly's in it. I didn't even know that. I'm sorry if I'm getting a glare. I finally had some good light today, but it's making a glare. Here's some photos from the movie. They have a Q&A up here with Tom Cruise. Look at his hair. He looks like a kid. He's 59. And he returns as Pete, quote, Maverick Mitchell. What's it like filming in airborne fighter jets? And he says, exhilarating. I'm not going to lie. I love it up there. In the podcast I was listening to, they also talked about a lot of these guys do their own stunts, and they are like the actual people in the planes and stuff. So what is this? This is in theaters, and it's a movie, Men, and it's a horror movie. Reeling from a tragedy, Harper, which is Jessica Buckley here, she hopes to find solace in the British countryside. Green with the promise of spring. Instead, she's plunged into a vivid, inexplicable nightmare. Ugh, I don't know about that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I will watch it though. I'm not right now, but that sounds scary. And this, Now and Then, is on Apple TV, and I listened to a whole interview with Rosie Perez, and she's in The Flight Attendant too, which is obviously a lighter production than this Now and Then. And she spoke about this particular project and how emotional she got. I never knew much about her. I've seen her in a million things. She's probably about my age. I never knew a lot about her. And she wrote a book years ago, and she says that she probably shouldn't have written it at the time. This is her own words. I didn't know anything about her childhood or her life. And she became a star early. I mean, she was just a teenager, really, but... And she spoke about how Now and Then plunged her into some stuff from her past. Sometimes these artists have to go places that they didn't want to, making things. So this is a comedy. Let's skip to a comedy. And this is a movie, limited release, then it comes out on Amazon May 27th, so it's out. And it's Emergency. And I think I've seen an ad for it. And here's some of the guys in it. Emergency is an edgy, frantic comedy, but the tone shifts. And here they have one to watch. I'm going to try to pronounce her name. She's only 16. And I think you say Sauchio. What's it got an X? Sauchio Gomez? Doctor Strange. And she was in Netflix's Babysitters Club. They're calling her the one to watch. And she made her Marvel Universe debut as the new sequel's scrappy, multiverse-traveling America Chavez. A positive representation for Latinas and teens. She's got a beautiful smile, doesn't she? Downton Abbey, there's a whole article with a couple of the stars. With Downton Abbey, there's a new movie, a new era. The beloved British soap opera takes a trip. And I think they go to Spain, right? No, south of France. Well, I was close. Or was I? I don't know. I'll probably watch it eventually. We went through a Downton Abbey phase in my house years ago when it first started, but I like it, but it's just not something that I gotta go see. And on Apple TV, they have Prehistoric Planet. Look at that's a young Triceratops. Narrated by David Attenborough. Prehistoric is a 5-part CGI parade featuring the astounding creatures that shadowed the Earth 66 million years ago. Here we have Harry Styles, his new album, Harry's House. It's out. And they say it's vibrant and immaculately crafted, and I don't doubt that it is. And here we have a little Q&A with Nathan Kress. I cut your face off there, Nathan. He's 29 and he's back for season 2 as Amanda Cosgrove's friend, Freddie, on Paramount's reboot of iCarly. The series that made him a star as just a kid in 2007. As a grown-up, were you ever hesitant about revisiting iCarly? He says there was a ton of hesitation. Reviving a project like this comes with risk. It was beloved by our generation. Luckily, it has really resonated. And he has 2 daughters. And we have the best new books. Here's Book of the Week, Natalie Jenner, Bloomsbury Girls. And it is set in 1950s London from the best-selling author of the Jane Austen Society. Isn't that a beautiful cover? What else do we have? Daniel Bergner, The Mind and the Moon. And this is nonfiction. Oh, this sounds pretty heavy. After decades of seeing his brother nearly buckle under psychiatric diagnoses and medications, Daniel here wonders, did any of it really help? That sounds like a good book. And you see a moon with the silhouette of a face. That sounds good. This is a novel, Bill Rohrback, Lucky Turtle. Shipped off to a Montana reform camp after her role in an armed robbery, a Massachusetts teen falls for an older camp worker, the stoic but sensitive turtle of the title. An unforgettable love story. I mean, I hope he's not too much older than her, but that's just me. I'm a mom. New and nonfiction. Ooh, The Puzzler. My son would like that. A.J. Jacobs. He gives, or maybe it's a girl, I don't know, a lively, informative investigation of the human love of puzzles. And they have puzzles in it. I'm surrounded by puzzle lovers. I will look for that book. Jody Rosen, Two Wheels Good. And this is a book about bicycles. John Muallim, Serious Face. I'm going to read the whole thing since I screwed the name up. Insightful, humorous essays that spark the awe that comes when you fully internalize that every stranger's interior life is just as complicated as yours. Boy, that sounds good. And Coffee Table Pick, here's a New York City picture book, Susan Kaufman. Walk with Me, New York. I would love that. Oh, here's the cover story, and it's the same dress, right? Yep. She looks beautiful in that color. Rebel Wilson, I wanted to be the healthiest version of myself. Fabulous, fierce, and ready to take on the world, the star reveals how true transformation means more than a number on a scale. That's very true. She's got nice teeth, too. I wonder if they're fake. They might be. Here we have her in a beautiful blue dress. I wasn't the best at acting school, but I had this weird faith it would all work out. And it did. Here are some of the things she was in. Bridesmaids. That was in 2011. Pitch Perfect. I admittedly have never seen that, but I've seen this. Jojo Rabbit. And I really liked it. And what's that? Senior Year. I guess that in her quest to conceive, a doctor suggested that she lose weight. I've heard that before. She's 41, I think. Yes, she's 41 and she's ready. So let's hope that this works out for her. Here she is being very active. Here she is celebrating her 40th birthday. That was in 2021. I always stuck to my guns about being myself. Good. And we wish her luck in her quest for a babe. And here is the story about the Buffalo supermarket shooting. And that was in the middle of May. This lady, this is Julie Harwell, and she survived the mass shooting by crawling on her stomach in the store and then running to safety. She was lucky. They don't say who this person is here with her, comforting her. But they have the victims, honoring the lives taken. And one of the residents of the neighborhood says they were shopping and they ran into a monster. We won't give too much. We're not even going to look at who did it there. But here are the people that were victims of the shooting. And they were from, there was a substitute teacher, Pearl Young here. I think this gentleman, Aaron Salter, yes, he was a retired police officer from Buffalo. Marcus Morrison. He stayed home with his children while his wife became a nurse. Roberta Drury, age 32. And she had moved to Buffalo to help her brother, who has needed multiple surgeries and a bone marrow transplant. Celestine Cheney, a single mom. And her child planned to take her on a Caribbean cruise. They didn't get to go. Hayward Patterson was a deacon. Geraldine Tolley, a longtime executive assistant. She was a beautiful woman, says her niece Tamika Harper. Andre McNeil. He lived more than 100 miles from Buffalo, but he was in town for his grandson's birthday. Ruth Whitfield, 4 children, 7 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and husband. So that's, she was a busy lady, huh? And Catherine Massey. She had no children unless you count all the people in her Cherry Street neighborhood. And here's a vigil, or not a vigil, a memorial. Very colorful memorial. And that's it. So we go from that to The Bachelorette, JoJo and Jordan. The Bachelorette's JoJo and Jordan. That's pretty much a classic wedding photo. Look at that. I cut their heads off. Looking good. It's perfect. Sheer perfection. 6 years after their televised engagement, the couple tie the knot in a romantic vineyard ceremony. But where is it? I'll never be able to. The first dance was to Shania Twain's You're Still the One. And here's the photos. I mean, that's just pretty much a picture-perfect wedding. I'm assuming it's in California, yeah. Sunstone Winery in Santa Ynez, California. And here they are. That's beautiful. When I leafed through this before, this magazine, here's Bobby Brown. I didn't know that he has lost 2 children to drugs. I knew about Bobby Christina, but I didn't know. I mean, this is so sad. This is Bobby Jr. He has lost 2 children to drugs. And of course, we all know what happened to Whitney Houston. Singer Bobby Brown, no father should go through this. After losing 2 of his children to drugs, the star faces grief and finds purpose. I have to say, he's looking pretty good. He has come out of this. That is just so, that's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And here's the picture of Bobby Christina as a babe in arms. This is in 1993. And it says they face their ups and downs. Oh, here's him as a little boy. This is circa 1975. He says he began taking sips of alcohol at ages 7 or 8. He harbors both fond and deeply painful memories of his childhood in Boston. I bet you he's about my age. I'm a 70s kid. There's New Edition. And here he was, the breakout bad boy. Look at that physique. Now he has moved on. And here's his new family. And look at those kids. Look at those little faces. He's got a new start. And this is wife, Alicia Etheridge Brown. Hendrix, Cassius, and Bodhi, I think, are the kids. Well, they sure are cute. And they have a reality series, which I never knew about. Every Little Step on A&E. And that started in May. Here he is now. And he has been blessed with the privilege of growing older. And here's the Downton Abbey little segment. They interviewed these 2, Michelle Dockery and Elizabeth McGovern. They look beautiful. And it says, after playing a daughter and a mom for more than a decade, the actresses feel like, quote, a proper family. And they seem like they're pretty good friends. They interviewed them together. What does the friendship you've formed mean to you? And Dockery says, it's quite emotional, really. McGovern says, I feel so much love for Michelle, just like she is a daughter. And it's not something that happens normally to me. I'm so proud of her, and if she has a rough time, I feel it in my bones. And that's what being a mom is right there. And that can be a friend. It can be, if you're an auntie to anybody. That's it. It's feeling their pain in your bones. It says here, Downton Abbey is comfort food to fans. What's your comfort viewing? And they both admit that during the filming of this particular project, they admit to their guilty pleasure, The Housewives of Beverly Hills. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Whatever gets you through the day. And this is the rise and fall, and then rise, the rise and fall, and then rise of a teen idol. Good for him. Colton Haynes. He rose, he fell, and then he rose up again. Abercrombie model, an MTV star, a TV superhero, an addict. For years, Teen Wolf's Colton Haynes lived a double life until the darkness took over, and now he's carefully stepping back in the spotlight. Got a model's face, that's for sure. And here we have a boy with a dream. Look, he's just a kid. He did some racy stuff I see here. And here's mom. Whoopsie, sorry. And he lost his mom. And it's with his brother Clinton in 1992. He says of mom, I feel like she's still with me. My career is based off how I look, and how I look couldn't be further from who I truly am. It might have taken him a while to realize that, and then I'm glad he came out of it the other side. Here he is in Teen Wolf. And in a superhero movie. Today I have no secrets. I know I am worthy of love without pain. I don't really know anything about this guy, but he seems very insightful. And look, he wrote a book, Colton Haynes, and it is called Miss Memory Lane. If you're a fan, this young man wrote a book. Writing this book almost broke me, and it is a memoir. And he talks about his road from modeling to acting, and from the closet to openly gay and back again. Look at this little babe. My goodness gracious, what's this babe's name? Well, mom is Jackie here. She's adopted her. And the babe is Amelia. They live in Ohio. And Jackie McNeil has gone on a remarkable journey to adopt little Amelia here. A single woman, an orphaned child, an instant connection. She saw a photo of baby Amelia, born without arms and legs, and it sent her on a remarkable journey. This lady, Jackie, was born in a large family of 11, and she lost her mother at age 12, so I'm going to just assume that put her in a mother role. And she contemplated becoming a nun, but after 3 years of study, she found that her desire to have a child was too great, and she was inspired by the work of Mother Teresa, and she began working alongside children with disabilities in a foster home in India. I didn't understand how anybody could look at these kids and see anything but beauty, vulnerability, and innocence, she says. And this experience led her to the process to adopt. And guess how much it says here that she had to raise? $45,000. And this was during the pandemic. And Amelia was nonverbal and often ill at first. She sure looks healthy now. They start each day with a long snuggle. That sounds good. And here they are, thriving against the odds. She sure is cute. What an angel. $45,000. I don't know. Hopefully she got help. Angie Harmon is in a new series, Buried in Bardstow. You Can't Bury Your Past. It's on Lifetime. Oh, it's not a series. It's a Lifetime original movie. It says right there. I'm making stuff up. And here we have the return of Stranger Things, a beloved thriller back at last. I know people love it, and that's almost 3 years after season 3. And they're back. Obviously, they had a little blip in the, or a little pause with the pandemic. What's Up in the Upside Down? Here's a little season 3 refresher. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to disclose I've never seen this show, but I think I would really like it. So Erica and Robin, does that say Robin? I don't know. They teamed up with the show's old allies, Dustin and Steve. Billy got possessed. The Mind Flayer took over the body of Billy and killed him, leaving younger sister to mourn. Jonathan and Nancy forever. They're still dating. And Hopper and Joyce missed a date. Just after Joyce agreed to dinner, Hopper appeared to die, but was taken prisoner by the Russians. I'm sorry if I botched that. It was hard to, that font is hard to see. But this is Simone Missick, and she's saying, Oprah saved my show, because her show, the legal drama All Rise, was canceled by CBS, but Oprah picked it up on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Good. It'll start June 7th. Here she is, in court, so to speak. And this down here, it says, liked that? Watch this. If you liked Game of Thrones, watch House of the Dragon on HBO. If you liked Flowers in the Attic, they are having a prequel on Lifetime. And Kelsey Grammer and Harry Hamlin are in it. It's called Flowers in the Attic, The Origin, July 9th. If you liked Hawkeye, you'll love Ms. Marvel on Disney, June 8th. We'll do that in a minute. If you liked So You Think You Can Dance, you'll like Dancing with Myself. It's on NBC and it already started. What's up here? Look at these two. The Terminal List. It starts July 1st on Prime. Chris Pratt plays a Navy SEAL with conflicting memories around a deadly incident. Ooh. Tyler Kinch is his best friend. Oh, what's this pretty face here? The Summer I Turned Pretty. Lola Tongue and Tom Everett Scott. That's June 17th on Amazon Prime. The hit books inspire a sweet family drama. And then here's the summer's most anticipated season 2s. Only Murders in the Building. We started that and stopped. I don't know why. We were enjoying it, but we'll have to start up again. Chat, Physical, Devils, and P-Valley. That's, oh, it's a racy show. I've never seen it, but I know somebody who really likes it. So those are the super sophomores, most anticipated season 2. And who's this? What's this lady named? Jody Martin. And she's from Louisiana, and her cafe helps recovering addicts. She says, I'm always here. And this is in Minden, Louisiana. And I think you say that Go Fresh. 25 years after she kicked drugs and alcohol, restaurant owner Jody Martin gives jobs to women struggling to stay sober in her community. Here they are having a little meeting up there. And she hires women from Generation House, which is a shelter or some type of a home to help people along. Yes, it's Minden. So in her own road to addiction, she says, in her mid-20s, I knew I was losing control. I walked into a bar one night and looked around and realized I knew more than 6 people. So I dropped a beer bottle in the trash and I never picked it up again. She credits her Christian faith and the support she received from her fellow churchgoers with giving her the hope and strength to break her addiction to drugs. And it says here, we work as a family. That's wonderful. Then they have 20. I can't go by without mentioning those M&Ms. 25 things to do and see. Ooh. Scope out the best views in San Francisco. So it says built over 2 active freeway tunnels. The 14-acre Presidio Tunnel Tops, which is opening in July, will have postcard-worthy views of the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and the downtown skyline. Wow. Number 2 is dig into Viet Cajun cuisine. The South meets Southeast Asia at Houston's Crawfish and Noodles. This person that owned it, I'll never say his name right. They moved from Vietnam to Texas as a teen. So they put Louisiana-style boiled crustaceans in a buttery bath of ginger, lemongrass, and peppery spices. And here you can live like a Yellowstone cowboy. And this is at the Chief Joseph Ranch in Darby, Montana. And it's the real-life location of the show, one of the shooting locations. You can stay there. Oh, look at that spaghetti. Aaron and Ben Napier have transformed their small town of Laurel, Mississippi, making over homes one by one in the 6 seasons of their HGTV series, and I think one of them wrote a book. Yes, Aaron wrote a cookbook, Family Recipes and Stories, Volume 1, and that's from it, just a traditional spaghetti and meatballs recipe. There's their store. Go sledding in the world's largest white sand dune field. And this is White Sands National Park in New Mexico. Look at that. Play ball on a work of art. In an effort to renovate public basketball courts around the country, non-profit Project Backboard partners with local artists, look at that, to reimagine the surfaces into colorful, one-of-a-kind, and playable murals. Raise a glass for Dolly Parton. The frozen lychee martini, see, it's martini, is made with green tea infused vodka. So that is at her where is this? Raise a glass to Dolly Parton. It's a glitzy, Dolly-themed wonderland at Nashville's White Limousine. See how it's spelled? I thought maybe it was at her theme park, but it's not. It's at Nashville's White Limousine, and that's named for and inspired by her hit album. That's really cool. They also have a 10-foot tall Dolly Parton statue. Number 8 is Eat a Classic Juicy Lucy Burger, and that is at the 5-8 Club in Minneapolis. That's where it was first created. I guess there is a debate on where it was first created. Matt's Bar and the 5-8 Club all claim that it was invented there in the 1950s. So this is hot, melty cheese stuffed into a juicy beef patty. Look at that. That's one thing that you can do. Look at the white limousine here, the bar, or maybe it's the restaurant. But look at the beautiful pinks and the umbrellas. That's really cool. So that's that Minnesota regional sandwich there with the argument about who created it. And all of these, I want to go to all of these. I'm going to go like this. 9 through 12 is check into a hotel with a pet in residence. The first one is at St. Regis Aspen, and the pet in residence there is this Bernese Mountain Dog, Kitty Jacob Astor II. I want to go to all these. The second one is the Algonquin in New York City, and the pet in residence there is this kitty named Hamlet. And this is the 8th Algonquin cat to be named Hamlet. The next one is this miniature horse named Cupcake, and that's at the Salamander Resort and Spa in Middleburg, Virginia. And you can have cocktails with Cupcake. They have a reception. I don't know if they have it every day. And it says here he snuggles. And the last one is Harry, but Hairy, and that's at the Bobby Hotel in Nashville. Isn't he cute? Number 13 is Rye. I don't want to do this. My kids would though. This is at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg in Virginia, and it's the new Pantheon coaster. Ride the fastest multi-launch roller coaster. It has 4 launches. A sharp 95-degree angle, and it hits speeds up to 75 miles an hour. No, not doing it. Number 14 is listen to this for the sound of silence. And this is at the Ha River Valley in Washington's Olympic National Park. It says it's one of the quietest spots in the contiguous 48 states. Number 15 is walk in the footsteps of real dinosaurs. And this is at the Copper Ridge Dinosaur Trail, and I never know how to say this, Moab, Utah. And you can touch 3 sets of well-preserved prints that date back to the Jurassic period. And here is a Top Gun thing. We're skipping this for now. We'll come back. This is number 21. You can have a high pie at the Top Gun house. When you feel the need, pop into the new high pie shop in the Oceanside, California shop in the fictional home of Charlotte and Pete from the original movie. And number 16 through 20 was do a celebrity food crawl. You can do all these celebrity stops for something to eat. The Bedford is inspired by Martha Stewart. It's inspired by her country farmhouse. Stewart's soon-to-open restaurant in Paris, Las Vegas, will give diners the glimpse of how she lives and entertains at home. The next one is Oh Red by Blake Shelton. The country star is bringing his honky-tonk eatery to the Grand Bazaar shops. This is all in Vegas. Welcome to Las Vegas. Martin Yan. His upcoming spot is at Bolly's, and he will offer dishes like Peking duck and noodles from China, Japan, Thailand, and Vietnam. Oh, people are going to love that. People love noodles. I'm going to lay this down. Lisa Vanderpump, where is she opening? It's designed to look like a Parisian courtyard, and this will be at Paris, Las Vegas, filled with velvet banquettes, crystal chandeliers, and windows with rain-like effects. And the Jonas family is opening Nellie's Southern Kitchenware, MGM Grand. And this is an ode to the grandmother's North Carolina style cooking. Number 22 is take a waterless cold plunge. How? Nestled within the Pocono Mountains in northeast Pennsylvania, the lodge at Woodlock's new snow room lets spa-goers feel the wellness benefits of the frigid ice bath, but without the shock. Isn't that the point, though? The space is decorated with flake-covered trees and benches and allows crisp, cold air to quickly cool the body, but in a gentle and pampering way. Okay, well, I do think that they will definitely get customers for that. And number 23 is Shred the Gnar at the largest skate park in the United States. I'll show this to my son. It's BYOB, bring your own board. And this is in Des Moines. It's 88,000 square feet with Olympic caliber courses. That's really cool. Number 24, what is it? Ooh. Tour Kentucky's Bourbon Country. And this is at the Woodford Reserve. It's the official bourbon served in the mint juleps at the Kentucky Derby. 1 hour outside of Louisville. Very nice. And number 25 is Spot the Stars at a celebrity hotspot. Well, where is it? Miami's Good Time Hotel. And here's one of their recipes, grilled swordfish kebabs with zug sauce, maybe? What is it? It's very exotic. One of the ingredients is green cardamom pods. Coriander, cumin. I mean, where would you even find a cardamom pod? It says soak in the cool South Beach vibes while feasting on Mediterranean food. Well, here's Chic and STEM ad. I think that's a cool ad with the flowers. Let's look at these bathing suits. Get ready for summer with a new on-trend one piece. Who's that up there? Molly Sims. That's not one of these. It's a designer suit. Here we have one shoulder, tie waist, shoulder tie, and underwire. Let's start with one shoulder. That kind of looks Christmassy, doesn't it? Summer Salt, S-A-L-T, $115. Pretty. I like this one. That's from the Gap. Very tropical looking. That's from Land's End. And this fabric provides SPF protection. It's $100. Let's go to the tie waist. Hermosa, $158. This is from Aerie, $55. That's pretty. And this is Kalia, $75. Shoulder tie, Draper Jeans from Land's End. This one's from Old Navy. That's $115. This is $45. And that's from J. Crew. Oh, that's pretty, $115. I like that one too. This is all underwire. Bowden, $125. Tommy Bahama, $158. And this has added compression for a smoother fit. And Victoria's Secret, that's pretty, $75. Pretty reasonable. Those are all underwire. chic ways to cover up. Here we have Christy Brinkley up here that was on her Instagram. These styles look great at the beach and beyond. Here's a monogrammed hat, and it's from monogrammary.com, $88. A La Blanca tunic. This is from Nordstrom. That's nice, $69. Bog bag tote and reef sandals. $90 on the tote and $55 on the sandals. Here's a Massimo Dutti tank, hemlock visor, Sheryl Lee bag, and a Zara sarong Mark Fisher sandals. San Diego Hat Company, $45. Echo New York tunic dress. The Little Market tote, isn't that pretty? The Little Market tote, $158. And Sperry sandals, $80. Add colorful lucite sunnies. See eyewear, Ray-Ban, Ferrocci, and Warby Parker. What do we have here? Tylenol ad. And here we have the best carry-ons for your next getaway. And they say this is worth the splurge. It's $675. Arlo Sky, the frame carry-on, max aluminum edition, $675. The metallic shell is eye-catching, but the carry-on's best feature is its TSA-approved locking latches. Perfect if you do decide to check your bag. This is best overall. That's $550. Travel Pro. And the most durable, Away the Bigger carry-on, and that has a USB port. Our testing involved drops from a 6-foot ladder and wax from a baseball bat. So they did try. And here's Martha's favorite, Rimowa Essential. It's $740. And this is bamboo green that Martha has. There's Janet Jackson. And this man, James Hong, he's 93. He celebrated his 7-decade career at his star ceremony, joined by Daniel Day Kim and Jamie Lee Curtis. 672 movie and TV credits, and here's them. We were awesome. And from her little Q&A here, it sounds like she is immersed in motherhood. 1 year old. I don't know if she ever gives her daughter's name. I don't know. She's in a new series, Angeline, but she'll always be Fiona to a lot of us. Her last indulgence was really expensive strawberries, she says. She wanted to see what all the fuss was about, and she said they were worth the money. The last thing a fan said to me, people usually just scream Fiona, and they point, and I respond to her name. I played her for a decade. She feels like such a part of my soul. Sounds like she's really enjoying being a mom. Summer is back. America's Got Talent. Terry, Sophia, Simon, Heidi, and Howie. That already started on NBC. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I'll see you next time.